Hello, this is Teneshia Sudds, the founder and principal consultant of Virtual Pro Associates. I have over 20 years experience in project management, team and leadership development, and I would like to provide some guidance and tips on creating time to chase your dreams. What is a dream? Is it any different than a hope or a wish or a desire? I think it is. Hopes, wishes, and desires, they're born out of our need to experience something greater, whereas dreams tend to be born from our knowledge that no matter how high we climb or how happy we are, there's always something more that we can do. Dreams are meant to inspire us to live out our purpose and to be what we know deep inside of us that we were born to be, and to do the things that deep inside of us we know that we were born to do. So now you have these dreams, you have these ideas, the visions, and you have the inspiration to do them. But then this thing called life is constantly demanding our time and efforts. So, how do you create the time to chase your dreams? Well, the first thing that you want to do is take an inventory of your activities of about a week or 2 week span. You don't have to document everything in detail, but the more accurate you document your activities, the more time you're going to be able to create. So now that you have that inventory, separate out what you must do and then look at how much time during the day, the week, or the month you're obligated to. Leave the rest unscheduled or unplanned. The next thing that you need to do is develop a plan for your dream. I say this because you never know when you're going to be able to implement your plans. So, here's a side note. I've developed about 4 different business plans throughout my working years. And before I had the opportunity to be able to create any of those small businesses, and these weren't large ventures, they were very, very small. When it was time for me to launch the business that I have now, it wasn't intimidating for me to draft a business plan because I'd done it a few times. I'd had the practice and I was prepared to do that. So while it may not seem like it makes sense to draft a plan because you haven't yet created the time to launch your dreams, actually that's exactly what you want to do. And you might have to revise that plan over 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 times. And if you make an attempt and it fails, don't worry, because that is not really a failure. That's your learning experience so that the next time that you try, you'll be better at it. And I'll talk about this later on. So now that you have your plan, make it a habit to relax and resist the urge to fill your downtime with activities. Boredom in this situation is in fact an opportunity. If you're not sure what these time periods are, I know a lot of times we're overscheduled and a lot of times we're running around and we're trying to catch up. But here are some key moments when you're actually bored and you may not realize it, and there is your free time. Most of the time we're doing things like mindlessly eating, or watching TV, or we're chit-chatting with people on the phone about, well, nothing. So instead of filling your time when you're doing these activities or similar activities, resist that urge and just take that time to realize, okay, here it is. I actually do have time in my schedule, especially after you've created that time by making your inventory and cutting out those activities that aren't things that you absolutely have to do. So now that you've realized your opportunities to implement your plan and to draft your plan, do research on where other dreamers are who are doing the same things or would like to do the same things that you are intending to do. Where do they work? Where do they hang out? Where do they tend to congregate? That's going to be key in inspiring you to get through the hard times. You need to surround yourself with like minded people. You need to be able to have conversations that fuel your dreams. You need to be able to talk to people who have the experience or they have the intention on doing the same thing. This will give you key learning points, particularly from those who have already launched their dreams, or this will give you kind of like buddies that you can dialogue with that are going to continue to feed into your dreams. So now that you found these people, getting together with other dreamers who are in your same wheelhouse that's going to fuel you to begin to work your plan. So now let those who you trust and hold you dear, um, I'm sorry, let those that you trust and those who you know love you hold you accountable to fulfilling your dreams. Don't keep those people out of your business. Those are the people who you want in your business, and those are the people that you want to hold you accountable for taking steps to move you closer to your dream. And also, you want them to hold you accountable by reminding you not to do the things that are either just filling your time or not to do the things or have habits that are going to keep you from pursuing your dreams. If you find that you're surrounded by people who pull you down, you have to change your environment. It's going to take some time. It may be lonely for a very short period, but it's well worth it. So now that you have people in your environment who are constantly cheering you on, who are holding your feet to the fire by reminding you, hey, by joining this particular club or by associating with those particular people, I'm sorry, by associating with those particular people, you're moving away from your dreams. You're moving away from where you want to be. And people, again, who are going to say, oh, wow, you met with such and so, and they're doing this very thing that you've always wanted to do. Or I see that you've been hanging out with such and so, and I love the fact that they're doing the thing that you want to do. And they're going to encourage you and cheer you on. So just make sure that you're spending time speaking to and talking with those people and telling those people about these activities and these plans and these steps that you've already taken. So now the next thing that you need to do is celebrate the steps that you've taken. Make sure to give yourself more credit than anyone else gives you. So yes, you're going to surround yourself with people who are going to encourage you and they're going to hold you accountable by steering you away from the things that aren't participating in dream building. But make sure that you, more than anyone else, give yourself the kudos and the praise for doing that time inventory, for developing a plan, for finding other dreamers who are working in the same field or hobby or business. And then make sure that you acknowledge yourself for doing that. You're totally worth it. So, celebrating your movement towards your dreams and creating a habit where you don't feel the need to fill your time with activities that aren't dream building, you are well on your way. So, we're talking about creating the practical time, then the mental bandwidth it takes to pursue anything that's going to challenge you. Because believe you me, if you're chasing your dreams, it's going to be challenging. Don't worry and don't let that scare you off. That is something that has happened to anyone who has ever built anything great. And what you're doing is you're creating the emotional space to encourage yourself to do what it is deep down inside you know you can. So let's do a quick recap of these tips and make sure that we grasp the necessities on a practical level. So you're going to inventory your activities. You're going to analyze your time. You're going to move ahead and develop a plan to execute your dream. You're going to embrace the space that's normally thought of as boredom. You're going to research your tribe. You're going to find the people who are doing the things that you're looking forward to doing, to living the life that you're looking forward to living. You're going to engage with them, allow those who can and who are willing to steer you away from the things that aren't dream building, and you're going to allow them to help narrow your focus towards chasing your dreams. Remember, you are worthy, you are capable, and you can and will do whatever it is that you put your mind and effort towards. I really appreciate and thank you for allowing me to share these insights with you. If you have additional questions, please feel free to email virtualproassociates@gmail.com or send an inquiry through the website www.virtualproassociates.com. That's www.virtualproassociates.com. Thank you, and go out there and chase your dreams.